My first show. When I was in 5th grade, I considered myself shy. I didn't have very many pals, I barely ever talked, and my best friend was my betta fish who lived in a glass bowl. One day I decided to stretch myself and join a company that would produce a play in the winter. I was super nervous to try out because I knew absolutely no one, but my mom convinced me it would be all okay. So I went to what I thought was a haunted church because I had never seen a building so old, and that's where I began my process. I found out that the show that would be put up was going to be Pinocchio. I was hoping I'd be able to get a few lines and had no idea that I'd be the lead in the play. It was great to be able to say, "I'm Pinocchio in the play Pinocchio," but I never thought I'd be able to memorize all the words. I had to remember the whole script because I spoke every other line. I was only 10 years old at the time. After about 4 months of preparation, the show was about to start. I had my lines memorized now, and there were posters made with my character's name in bold letters in the center. Pinocchio. All my family came to see my first ever performance, and it was such a rush. Before the show, I could barely breathe because I was so excited, but for some reason I wasn't scared. I had to hide in a barrel for the first few pages, and I remember the sound of my heart echoing through the wooden walls. The show was a blur, but I do remember feeling like the only person in the world, because the lights blinded me from the many people watching me in the audience. I didn't feel like myself while on stage. It was almost as if I had become another person. Like it wasn't me being an actor, but Pinocchio living his life. Eventually, the show came to an end, and reality struck me. The lights dimmed a little so I could see every member of the audience. When I looked at my parents' proud faces in the crowd, I couldn't help but crack a smile as I took my final bow.